edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm your host, Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Tina Bascom from Bare Necessities. Tina, welcome. How are you?
I am good, Pete. How are you? It's
Good.
great to see you in person.
I know. It's good to see you in person. Usually you and I do this through Zoom.
We have. We've done a few of those.
One of the other platforms. But
Yep.
Nice to see you in person. What's new?
Absolutely. Things are going. We're busy as ever, and but we're managing to keep up and go with the changes, and we're just plugging away. We're getting ready for our big fundraiser, so that's really awesome, and working hard and selling duck tickets, and helping. We probably are helping close to 375 babies every month right now.
Wow.
So we've got a lot of babies to diaper. So
Absolutely.
we're looking forward
Now
to
tell us a little bit about the organization and how you guys got started.
So Bare Necessities, we're a nonprofit and we're a diaper bank on the shoreline.
Okay.
And what we do is we supply diapers and wipes to families that have a need that can't afford them, between Guilford and Old Saybrook.
Okay.
And we follow the Shoreline Soup Kitchen and Pantry model, so we do some clients that live in like Ivoryton and Essex and up that way.
Gotcha.
And we got started back in 2015. So we had been approached by a young mom that asked us if we knew where she could get diapers for her little 9-month-old. We were volunteering at the food pantry in Clinton at that time. And we didn't really know where to find diapers. We didn't even know anything about diaper need, and so we started doing some digging around and found that there was no diaper bank between New Haven and New London.
Right.
And so here we are.
There you go.
5.5 years later.
Wow.
5 babies in December of 2015 was our first distribution, and last year we diapered over 720 babies.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you guys follow the platform of the soup kitchen.
Correct. Right. If they are registered with the Shoreline Soup Kitchen and Pantries, we do physical distribution in Clinton, Westbrook, and Old Saybrook, so they can go to one of those pantries and get diapers. We also work closely with the social service agencies, so in all of the towns that we serve, so that they can get diapers through those agencies also.
Now, how have you guys handled the pandemic and what's going on?
So 2020 was, blew all of us, threw all of us a big curveball.
Oh, yeah.
So Bare Necessities didn't stop. We just kind of had to figure out, we had these families relying on us, and we had to stop all of our volunteers into the warehouse to help us bag diapers. Right. So, our board had to step up and, do some shifts of diaper bagging, which they did. And then we just did everything drive-through.
Okay.
Still monthly, but I was physically out there at Clinton Social Services on the day the pickup would be there, and I was at Birthright, and I was at St. Mary's, and I was everywhere that I needed to be, when I needed, and I was a one-man show. Right, exactly. Just because we couldn't safely have other people with us at that point.
Absolutely not.
So, once they started opening up a little bit, the winter, we're still distributing outside, as all the food pantries are still doing drive-throughs. We're still doing drive-throughs. It was a cold winter.
Oh yeah.
But I have some good groups and good volunteers, core volunteers that help at each of the food pantries.
Now, are these food pantries still they're still doing the drive-through
model? They're still doing
drive-through,
until the churches that they distribute at decide that they're ready to have people inside, and then they can figure out how they, it's close quarters in the pantries, so they have to figure that out, and then we'll figure out how to get the diapers inside. So we're hoping in the fall
absolutely
that we'll be back inside. So, but we've just, it was hard to get supplies. We happened to just luckily be ahead of the curve with our diaper ordering, and didn't really have a hardship as far as not being able to get diapers. We couldn't get wipes affordable. Okay. So we did have to stop distribution of wipes for almost 6 months. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, actually longer than that. We just started picking that back up in April. We started distributing wipes again. So, so now, we have our Vista volunteers back in. We have volunteers back into the warehouse. We still mask in the warehouse. Just to be sure, we try to follow protocol of what our volunteers, Vista still has all their students and members masking, so we follow that protocol for them. Just makes it easier. So
Now you guys partner with Vista, correct?
correct.
How's
We have a
that?
great partnership with them.
Let's talk
It
about
is
that.
wonderful. I have 2 teams of students that come in on Mondays and Thursdays, and they're there for 2 hours, and they literally have bagged all the diapers that we've had come in. Our law enforcement diaper drive brought in a
Yeah.
tremendous amount of diapers this year. They bagged all of those. All the diapers I've ordered in the past, 4 months, they've bagged all of those. And they're great. They love it, and they're driven and focused, and they love how many babies they help. They love that they're
Absolutely.
giving back to the community. And then we partner with their Ventures program, and they actually drop off our diapers at our social service agencies,
Okay.
and some of our other sites that we don't physically do the
Right.
distribution for. So it's been a wonderful partnership. I've seen a lot of my students move on and get jobs, which is really amazing. Sad for me because I miss
Right.
them, but
Absolutely.
it's what our job site is meant to be, is to teach them those skills, and they're becoming very self-starting. I don't even have to really be there anymore. They know exactly what they have to do. They come in and they just do it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And your warehouse is back up and open and operational again.
Yes, and in December we moved to a larger warehouse.
Really?
Yeah, we had 1,100 square feet we were in, and then we moved to 1,400 square feet in December. And to be able to spread out more, since we didn't really know what would happen during COVID, to be able to have that opportunity to have groups, a few people in at a time.
Right.
And also we had stuff in different areas, and so we could have everything together. So that was really great.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
So we love it, and it has central air. So
Oh, there you go.
we're really happy with that.
Okay, absolutely.
we tried that out today. So
There you go. Now people
yeah.
can't walk. People can't go to the warehouse and pick up.
no,
or
we
go-
don't distribute at the warehouse. So it's primarily just for storage,
Right.
and and us getting organized.
Yep.
So I think we haven't really quite felt that was the way for us to get the most diapers out to the most families.
Right.
So
Now you guys have an event coming up that
We
we're going to talk about. But
yeah.
before we talk about this year's event, let's talk about last year's event. But before we do that, let's talk about how the event got started.
okay, so gosh, how did our Ducky Dash? It was always called the Ducky Dash for diapers.
Okay.
Our first one was in 2016.
Okay.
And we had just kind of seen something about a rubber duck race. And so who knew there were a lot of rules about rubber duck races?
Oh, yeah.
They have to be weighted and numbered, and there's certain permit you have to get, and we learned a lot.
Yeah.
But I think we put 800 ducks in the water
Oh boy.
our first year. And it was down at Indian River in Clinton. It was wonderful. There weren't a lot of people there because we were still baby at that time. We weren't even a year old. So it's grown. It grew organically for
Right.
4 years. I think we put 1,500 ducks in 2019 in the water.
Oh wow.
And in 2020, we had to move it to a ducky dip for diapers. And we're very fortunate that we have one of our volunteers has a beautiful swimming pool.
Okay.
And so we took 2,200 ducks and dumped them in her swimming pool
Okay.
and pulled them out one by one. And we had 14 awesome prizes, and we did it live on Facebook.
Yeah.
We had some drone coverage, and it was hugely successful. Bill's Seafood, Stewart's Ace Hardware, Aqua, and Shanks allowed us to sell tickets outside of their establishment,
Really?
which was awesome.
Oh, cool.
During COVID, they let us do that.
Oh, cool.
And we had some businesses that were open to sell tickets. So we really, the community rallied around us, and we couldn't have been prouder of our communities for supporting us. people really wanted to give, and they wanted to donate, and they wanted to give close to home.
Right.
They wanted to keep it in their community. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Now, as far as this year's event,
Yes.
when is it?
It is June 26th.
Okay.
It is once again a ducky dip because we had to make that decision early on, not knowing what was going to happen.
Exactly.
So it is June 26th. It will go Facebook Live on Necessities Inc. At 11 a.m. Our hope is we have 3,000 ducks. We don't have any more than that. And our hope is we'll sell 3,000 duck tickets. They're $5 a piece. We have several businesses that are selling them. And we are at Bill's and Stewart's Ace Hardware almost every weekend, selling tickets ourselves. But that's our hope, is that we have a phenomenal list of sponsors this year. A lot of businesses are really being very generous.
Absolutely.
Even during times when things have been really tough for them.
Oh, absolutely.
And if they couldn't financially support us that way, they're selling tickets for us.
There you go.
And we want them to do what they can do and not feel obligated, but they want to do something. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so it's working really well. We're really excited.
Now, have you started numbering all the ducks yet?
So the ducks stay numbered. We have them sorted in bins.
Okay.
It was great because once they came out of the pool last year, they went right into bins and dried in the sun. So that was awesome. We didn't have to wash them down from the dirt and everything from the sound.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So so they are getting ready to be recounted to make sure they're in order, and we'll get them all ready. Ready to go.
Absolutely.
So it's coming fast.
Absolutely. And that event again is
June 26th.
Okay, and that's
Facebook Live.
That's going to be on Facebook Live.
Yep. At 11 a.m.
All right.
Yeah.
And Tina Bascom, would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Sure, not a problem.
We'll be right back.
My pleasure.
Oscar the Grouch here to tell you, to wear a mask out in public around other people. Sure, it'll keep you healthy, but more importantly, I won't have to see your happy, smiling face. And if you don't want to wear a mask, I've just got one thing to tell you. Scram! Go away!
Caring for each other because we are all in this together.
So wear a mask and have a rotten day, will ya?
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm your host, Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Tina Bascom from Bare Necessities. Tina, welcome back.
Good to be here.
Thanks for sticking around.
No worries.
So, Tina, we talked about in the first segment the organization and what you guys are as a whole, but let's talk a little bit about the importance of diaper donation, especially right now in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes, so diaper donations are, there's several ways people can donate, and finding diapers has been pretty difficult. Some of the larger sizes are hard to get.
Okay.
4s, 5s, and 6s are the sizes we discovered we needed the most.
Right.
But there's been a little bit of a baby boom during COVID. So we are actually in need of all sizes now.
Right.
Newborn right on up to size 6. People can donate diapers. They can go to our website. We have an Amazon wish list hooked up to our website. They can do that right that way. They get shipped right to us.
Oh, cool.
That was one of the things that made our law enforcement diaper drive so successful, is people had that opportunity to participate that way. It's contactless. They can also reach out to the Bare Necessities website, our phone number and our contact information. They can send a little contact email, and I answer that, and I can meet them at the warehouse, or they can drop them at the warehouse, and I can run down and put them in if the timing is right. So our warehouse is in Madison.
Okay.
So that's been another way that people have been able to donate. It's been another great avenue. We haven't been able to have our drop-off locations
Right.
because they haven't been open for business, but we are just starting to reorganize that. We have the Bootery in Clinton is still one of our drop-off locations, and Spotlight Nutrition in Madison, which is in the little strip mall across from Hammonasset Ford on Route 1.
Gotcha.
They just have offered to be a drop-off site. So we're working on checking in with our other sites and seeing who else might be a drop-off location, getting those back up and running again.
Now, as far as if people want to drop off at your warehouse in Madison, where are you?
We are at 1 Orchard Park, unit number 7.
Okay.
And they can just reach out to it's area code 203-928-7558. And that's our phone number. They can call that number. It actually rolls right over to my phone.
I was going to say it rang and probably
and that way we can pick a convenient time. I love people to come because then they can come and see the warehouse too.
Absolutely.
And they can kind of get a feel for what we do. So I love that to happen too. So
Absolutely. And a little birdie tells me you guys partner with St. Mary's Church in Clinton.
we do. They have been they were one of our very first non-food pantry sites. Some families don't need food.
Right.
And the St. Mary's has a small food pantry, but they were finding that they were having some clients coming in and looking for diapers. And we just happened to fall upon each other, and it's been a great partnership. It's been a great partnership. We've had some families, one of the families that we still are giving diapers to there has been with us since the very beginning.
Oh, wow.
And she came to us through St. Mary's. So,
Really?
yeah. So it's been, as a matter of fact, she and I were just going back and forth about that today. So I said, you were one of our very first. So yeah, we have got a great partnership with St. Mary's. The women, everybody there is very generous.
Oh, absolutely.
And last year they weren't able to, but usually they do at Christmas time. They put diapers and wipes on their giving tree.
Right.
So we're really thankful, and everybody's very generous.
Now, what are some of the other local organizations you guys work with?
So we work with Birthright, which is right in Clinton. And those are the only other two other than the social service agencies that we work with, that we partner with. Everyone else is a social service agency. Mainly because we don't vet our own clients. We have our agencies vet them for
Absolutely.
us. So we need to know, that way we know that they're, and for social services too, if they need diapers, they need other services.
Oh, absolutely.
And so they're able to get those other services.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so it's been, and we all worked very closely and very creatively through COVID, and are still working creatively to find the best way that works for everybody. So.
Now, how did you guys do with your police diaper drive?
It was great.
Was it?
I didn't bring the figures with me,
That's
so
okay.
I wanted. It was close to 50,000 diapers that we collected.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it was
goodness.
amazing. It was absolutely amazing. They didn't really know how successful it would be,
Right.
and social media is a wonderful tool.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was a real driving factor. And like I said, being able to have the Amazon wish list so people could order that way. And then they didn't have to guess what size to get.
Exactly.
Because it was, we only
Everything's
loaded
right
it
there.
with what we needed. So, and the police departments are so generous. We had 7 departments again this year. It was East Haven, North Branford, Guilford, Madison, Clinton, and Troop F. So,
In Westbrook.
In Westbrook,
Yep.
yep. So, and everybody, exceeded what they had done last year. And some exceeded beyond our wildest dreams. And we do, Branford Community Dining has a diaper program of their own, but all the
Okay.
diapers we collect from there go back to their to community dining. So the diapers that are collected in departments or in areas we don't physically distribute to,
Right.
stay in those towns. We give those to pantries in those areas.
Absolutely.
So I was able to bring a really big load up to North Branford to their food pantry. They don't have a diaper program up there.
Oh, no?
No, so they're working on it. They're working on it. So, and East Haven, I brought theirs to the food pantry there also. So, and everything else just funnels into our mix because
Yep.
we distribute in those towns.
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely. And the food pantry is probably a very popular thing right now, just
It's-
because of what's going on.
Yeah, the numbers are starting to level off a little bit,
Okay.
but you know, it's been a strain on everyone, and you know, the amount of work that goes into the food pantry is just getting ready for distribution. It's a 3-day process.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they have to bag all the groceries, so you don't, you know, so you have
Yeah.
baggers and you have fruit baggers and produce bag. It's just the amount of hours that go in. They have like 3 or 4 different teams that come in on different times and days and, you know, get everything ready. And it's like that at all the pantries. So,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
But they've been so wonderful to us. So wonderful to us.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah. and
yeah.
I'm assuming it's a very time when you guys are getting set up for distribution at
Yes,
the food pantry.
it's an all-day
very time
thing.
consuming.
Yeah, it's an all-day thing. So, and working around the times that
Oh,
the food
yeah.
pantries are open to, and you know, finding those volunteers that can come at 3:30 in the afternoon to help
Right.
at the food pantry is, you know, but we've got a great group, so we really do, and we could not do it with all of our volunteers.
No, no.
Our community support, our volunteers, you know, the businesses, everyone is just. We're so thankful for their generosity.
Before I forget, again, Ducky Dip is when?
Ducky Dip for Diapers, June 26th, 11 a.m. on Facebook Live, Bare Necessities Inc.
Now, if people want to go buy tickets to purchase your Ducky, where are we going?
Okay, so you can go to. I have my little notes right here because I didn't
come
want
on, you're going off a cheat sheet.
You know what? Because I don't want to forget somebody. I don't want to forget somebody. I know I would if I, you know, pressure being on television.
Absolutely.
So, Grove Gardens,
Yep.
Clinton Paint, the Bootery, Clinton Chamber of Commerce, Stem to Fern, and AJR Hair Design in Westbrook are all
Okay.
selling tickets.
Okay.
We at various times are at either Stewart's Ace Hardware or in Clinton or Bill's Seafood.
Okay.
Or they can go to our website, www.barenecessitiesct.org,
Okay.
and they can find out how to get tickets that way.
Can you buy tickets online?
Yes, you can. You can order them online, and we take Venmo. So
Oh, gotcha. And then they mail them to you.
cash, check, or Venmo. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. So
I'm assuming Venmo is a very popular thing, especially
it
now.
is. It's been a great tool for us. So yes, it's been a great tool. So, you know, Venmo is at Bare-Necessities. You can always just send a little, say, duck tickets are $5 a piece, buys 3 days of diapers and wipes for a baby.
Really?
And we've got 20. We have 18 amazing prizes.
We do.
We do.
What do we got?
All right, I got my little cheat list again.
Oh,
so.
there you go.
Well, there's 18 I have to remember now.
Oh, okay.
So we have 2 Red Sox game tickets and a signed Red Sox baseball signed by a Red Sox player.
Okay.
Family membership to Mystic Aquarium, Block Island excursion.
Ooh.
DeWalt 4-piece combo toolkit, 4 yards of mulch, $100 gift card to Bill's Seafood, Essex Steam Train tickets.
Oh.
$100 gift card to Grove Garden Florist,
Ah.
a Vera Bradley bag, a beautiful nautical photo done by Susan Canarella, a Lego set, $100 gift card to Clam Castle, 5,000 BTU air conditioner, a 7 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, Bridgeport Zoo tickets, Connecticut River Quest expedition, Lake Compounds tickets, and a 4-hour virtual art class with Jody Lynn.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
That's all the prizes we've got. If there's not something for you in that mix, boy, we got it wrong.
Oh, man.
We got something for everybody, and that was what we
Absolutely.
really try to do. And we have very generous, all the prizes have been donated.
Absolutely.
So we have very generous donors that have been prize sponsors.
Oh,
So,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And if people want more information on Bare Necessities, where are they going?
They can go to www.barenecessitiesct.org.
And what types of information can they find?
They can find anything and everything they want to know about Bare Necessities, diaper need, They can find out ways to donate. They can find out ways to get involved. They can find out how to host a diaper drive, whatever they want. And if they don't find it, just click on that little contact and send an email.
Fill out the form.
Fill out the form, and we are quick at responding. So
Now, is it easy to do a virtual diaper drive to support you guys?
it is, because you can just share our Amazon wish list with your friends on Facebook or Instagram, or however you want to do it. So virtuals are really have become very easy to do.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, so you can just, if that's something you want to do, we just would send you the link to our Amazon wish list, and off you go.
And then Amazon just
mails them right to us.
They send them directly to you
Yep.
guys, so there's no.
No, people don't have to worry about it. And then we would keep a tally how many came in, so we would let everybody know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you definitely don't want to do that. Before we say goodnight, Ducky Dip information one more time.
You can get information on ways to donate or at www.barenecessitiesct.org.
Tina Bascom from Bare Necessities, thanks for some time, and we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Pete.
You got it. Thanks, Now. On behalf of Tina Bascom, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.